Is everybody pulling and tugging on you in a million directions? Are you feeling overwhelmed and know that something's gotta give and silently hoping it's not you and your nerves? When you are so good at making it all happen and making it look good while you do it, you make it look so easy and flawless. People just expect you to always be able to take on more. But what happens when you run into that wall, hit the ceiling, or your cup runs dry? Do you pop off, react, or retreat? Is it hard for you to say no for fear of letting down someone else? Or how they may feel if you don't give them what they want? Are you not even sure how to say no without feeling guilty or inadequate for not being able to do it all? Either way it goes, someone is gonna get the no. Is it gonna be you or them? What does that no actually cost you? Let's preserve your energy, get you feeling good about how you communicate your capacity, or politely decline what doesn't align with you, so you can be in more of an alignment with what's right for you. When you make you matter, you feel like you matter. We're talking how to say no without saying no to you. When you say no to you, it can cost you so much. It can take away your willingness to honor you and your energy. Only you can decide if that's too expensive of a price to pay. Somebody is gonna get the no. Is it gonna be you or them? First, decide your priorities, your capacity, and if it's even worth saying no. Like if this no were being said to you, would it be worth it? Think about how much that no is going to cost you. Now I want you to practice the polite pass. Ready for me to be your personal mindset coach? Work with me one-on-one. Let's let go of what's holding you back and get the mindset you need so you can chase your dreams while doing all the things. You don't have to just dream about the life you love. You can actually live the life of your dreams. With my simple strategies, you can go from imagining to manifesting, from just trying to thriving. Let's rewrite your story now. Tap the link in the show notes and apply now. Your next level you is awaiting. Let's go on this journey together. In the midst of doing all the things, you can do all things and chase your dreams. Stay encouraged as we go on this journey called life, tackling everything that comes our way while we shine our light despite any circumstances we face. No more downplaying or dimming your light, because through the good, the bad, and everything in between, together we can encourage over everything. Encourager, this is for my people pleasers, the one who has a hard time saying no or feels guilty for saying no even when it's what's best for you. Trust me, I feel you. I used to be the queen of trying to be everyone's everything. Between work and home, everyone expected me to have the answers, and I could do just one more thing. Well, when one more thing became a million more things, I would run myself ragged trying to make everyone else's world go round, and there was little left for me. I gave myself the leftovers so often, and I'm not talking about the good ones where the flavor has had a chance to marinate. And it's better than it was when you first made it? No. I'm talking the leftovers that you don't even want to eat. The ones that you'd rather just go grab a quick bite to eat, even if it means that's not what's best for you. It would even get so bad. Only the moldy and oldie leftovers is what was left, and I'd have to throw them out anyway. You are worthy of self-care every day, not just on a Sunday. As you do all the things and chase your dreams, self-care has to be a major part of your day-to-day life. Giving yourself what you need is the key to being able to give everybody else what they need. If you're having a hard time making sure your self-care is on your list, get all the deets in the Encourager's Insider Guide to Self-Care. These free, easy DIY tips for simple ways to make self-care a part of your daily routine, plus some bonus goodies. Get your free Encourager's Guide to Self-Care because you deserve to be a priority on your list. Grab it right on the blog or theshow.encourageovereverything.com/self-care freebie. No more being last on your list. Grab it today and give yourself the gift of self-care. This is when I realized I couldn't keep surviving only on leftovers. Me wanting to make everyone happy at my own expense of skipping meals, lack of sleep, and sanity became a price I was just no longer willing to pay. When you are a leader, the go-to, the one everything has to go through, it can be hard to say no and be okay with not meeting everyone's needs. One day it dawned on me that I was the one creating my own overwhelm, my own disappointment, and generating that feeling that I didn't matter, all because I was trying to build Rome in a day or be God when that's not my job. Just flat out saying no didn't always feel good to me. Sometimes me justifying why I said no made me feel like I was begging for the right to say no. Like if I gave enough of my reasons, somebody would give me approval to accept my no. That's when it hit me. Somebody is gonna get the no. Is it gonna be me or them? If somebody was gonna get it, how could I be kind to them, but also to me too? And that's when I started to look at my capacity in a whole new light. Let me give you the prime example. At work, the sense of urgency was on everything. So much so that with everything being a priority, it felt like nothing was a priority. Taking the all or nothing approach doesn't always serve up the best. But when I'd look at what was being presented to me as priorities, they were not what I had identified as my priorities. You know, people will wrap up their priorities and give them to you like they're a gift. But you don't have to accept them. The more I looked at my priorities, I realized they don't go in the reverse order. Like no one was going to take my priorities as theirs. There were definitely times I felt like I was the only one who cared about my little priorities. Just like other people don't always have to accept mine, I don't always have to accept theirs either. A priority for someone else may not be a priority for you. People will be all up in your business with their priorities, but their priority does not automatically equal your priorities. Do the math and make it make sense. You have to define your priorities and your capacity after you complete yours to determine how much capacity you have left to give others. We are groomed to think it happens in the reverse. However, we all know when you go in the reverse order, your priorities can become less, insignificant, or even non-existent. And then you wonder why your confidence is low. But you didn't honor you or what was important to you. You wonder why no one sees the value in your priorities when you always put them on the back burner or take them off the grid. You wonder why you feel disconnected from what matters most to you when you aren't making what matters most to you a priority. Every time you say no to you, you train your brain to put you at the bottom of your list, not even give yourself the courtesy of putting yourself on your own list, all because you programmed it to see everyone else's agenda as having priority over your own. I love sharing my favorites with you. My favorite app on my phone is the Growth Day app. The journal feature is everything. If you want to be able to journal literally anywhere you have your phone in hand, this is for you. If you don't know what to write, no worries. You will want this for the science-backed journal prompts alone. It's a great place to reflect, explore, gain new insights, and level up your perspective. This all-in-one personal development app has a great plan section, a place to capture your life scores, and so much more. Now, if you love self-improvement as much as I do, you are going to love what Brendan Burchard has put together. Check out the link in show notes, and I'll see you there. Saying no to you can cost you your confidence, integrity with yourself. It can cost you your own self-respect and how you see yourself, the esteem which you hold yourself in. Everyone else just follows suit. You show them what your priorities are. So when you make it all about them and their priorities, they begin to think that that's the way it's supposed to be, all because you made it that way. A no to you can cost you so much. It can take away your willingness to honor you and your energy. Only you get to decide if that's too expensive of a price to pay. Listen, somebody is going to get the no. Is it going to be you or them? First, you got to decide your own priorities, your capacity, and if it's worth saying no to you. Think about how much that no is going to cost you and if it's even worth it. I really want you to start practicing something. Practice saying, "That sounds amazing. Let me think about it and get back to you." When you got to warm up to that no, or maybe you don't want to say no in person or over the phone. If saying no is hard for you, start here. The goal is not to commit. I've felt way better not committing up front and giving myself room to think and feel my way through than I have to say yes right off the bat and then have to go back later and decline. Now listen, I'm saying this as your coach, your friend. We're friends here, okay? Stop thinking you owe everyone an answer right now. Stop thinking you have to say yes when everything inside of you is screaming no. Grant yourself the gift of time. Sometimes things sound really good when you're talking about it. Then the reality of life slaps you right in the kisser, and now it doesn't feel so good. Give yourself some time and space to decide if this is really something you can commit to. If you don't have a problem saying no, just take a moment to evaluate. Are you giving that cutthroat kind of no where you don't even care if it comes with a dose of the hard truth? Extend some grace with your no, okay? Because I'm speaking for all of humanity. When I say rejection is hard for a lot of us, okay? Now listen, I'm not saying a little tough love isn't necessary from time to time, but if somebody was telling you no, would you like this tone? Is that how you'd like to be rejected? You can say no without ruining relationships, including the one you have with yourself. I'm throwing this one in as a bonus because it's a really good one. One of my favorite go-tos is, let me pray on it. When I'm already feeling a straight up no in my spirit, like I feel like that's my ministry, then there's a side of me that's thinking, maybe I'm being a little mean and unreasonable here. I will actually think about it and pray on it. I may or may not receive different guidance, but I always trust it. And this next one is a really good one to practice. You can always say, I love this for you. Let me look at my priorities and see if it's in alignment with what I'm working on. I can already see how much of a priority this is to you, and I want to make sure that I can match that same level of commitment for you. So let me take a look at what I got going on and let me get back to you. Ooh, that's such a good one. Who can argue with that? I mean, okay, let's be real. There's somebody out there with the swift clapback game that may try and come back at you. But usually, when people see you in alignment with what works for you, it's just the reminder they need to be in alignment with themselves. Sometimes we don't even know there are other options until someone shows us. There are plenty of polite pass options. You just have to be willing to give yourself less of them and instead hand them out more often. The key is to do what feels good to you, what feels like it's in alignment with you right now in this season of your life. What makes you feel like a heck yeah instead of a oh heck no? If you're still having a hard time balancing priorities, define your 3 priorities that are important to you for that day or that week, and do those first. When you take care of you first, you have a different swag about you. Your vibe is different. It'll look so good on you, you'll never want to return it. And then define your capacity and work within those means. It helps you gauge your peace or the lack thereof. When it feels overwhelming, like a chore, or so soul-sucking, depleting, you know you've drifted way too far away from your capacity and what's in alignment with you. It's okay to politely pass. Contrary to your own popular belief, okay, I'm talking directly to the ego right now, everything won't unravel if you can't do it. If you can't do this or show up for them, the beauty is, and hear me when I say this, they will figure it out. You can't be everyone's solution, but you are always your solution. Honor yourself as such. When you are in alignment with you, you are a bright, beautiful example of what's possible for others. I hope this message served you, gave you some good ideas on how to politely pass and yet honor yourself and do more of what's in alignment with you. The more you say no without saying no to you, the easier it becomes. Practice often so it becomes like second nature to you. Before you know it, you'll be all confident, honoring yourself, feeling like you matter and stuff. Ooh, look at you. I can just see you now shining, all out here radiant and everything. Living in your truth, living in your value and your worth. Yes. Let's practice together so we can master honoring ourselves, because together we can encourage over everything. Encourager, thank you so much for tuning in. You are literally inside my dream come true. If you enjoyed this episode, here's some ways you can say thank you. Share it with a few friends. You are a true encourager, and spreading encouraging messages to lift each other up, that's what we do. Leave a review, light me up with some stars, and share your feedback, because this is how we get more encouragement out there. To keep the conversation going or to connect with other fellow encouragers, head on over to the EOE After Party. Hey! It's a free space where we can connect and support one another as we chase our dreams while doing all the things. Check out today's show notes for today's sponsors or how to become an elite encourager, along with all the ways to stay connected. Or meet me on Instagram at Encourage Over Everything. Your support is such a gift. From my heart to yours, thank you, my friend. Until next time, I'm sending you love, light, and loads of positivity, because together we can encourage over everything.